Would you believe me if I say that Dark of the Moon was actually good? Don't believe me? Well, roll the clip. Mr. Bay is back, baby. Transformers Dark of the Moon, the third Transformers movie to be directed by Michael Bay, and tells the much better story than Revenge of the Fallen of apparently a Autobot ship escaped the final days of the War of Cybertron and crash landed on the moon and was discovered by the Apollo 11 astronauts back in 1969, who brought the craft back to Earth that was carrying Sentinel Prime, the Prime before Optimus, and Sentinel Prime, he teams up with Megatron and Shockwave and the Decepticons to bring a big-ass army to literally annihilate humanity and bring back Cybertron, much to Optimus's disapproval. He believes the humans and the Autobots can coexist in peace. Meanwhile, we've also got to put up with the boring filler that we don't need of Sam Witwicky's job in Chicago with his new girlfriend Carly, who's a Michaela replacement. And yeah, Dark of the Moon is immediately a improvement over the shitty, beyond disappointing Revenge of the Fallen. Don't get me wrong, this is still nowhere near a perfect movie. I can totally sympathise with you if you still hate this movie as much as all of the other sequels, but I can at least say it's the first passable Transformers movie and watchable one since the first one. Michael Bay, it was very bold of him to admit that Transformers 2 was crap, so at least he tried with this one. He attempted to make a good Transformers movie. You could have titled this movie Apology for Transformers 2, and I would have been fine with that. Whilst there are still things I strongly dislike, there are refreshingly a lot of things I can praise about this one. For starters, it immediately removes most of what we hated in Revenge of the Fallen. Thankfully, the comedic Jar Jar Binks knockoff Autobots are completely absent. There's no sign of the dogs having anal sex, thank God, and there's also no shot of John Turturro's arse. Sam's parents thankfully only get like 3 scenes, which is a blessing. Thank you, Michael Bay. At least you listened to some of, not all, but some of the criticism, and the part of the story that actually focuses on the discovery of the Autobot ship in the Apollo 11 mission and the whole bringing back Cybertron and Sentinel's plan and Sentinel's relationship with Optimus. It's easily the most engaging part of the movie. It's shocked me to see a sophisticated story like this in a Michael Bay Transformers movie. That's something you don't see every day. Yeah, I really brought and invested in the relationship between these two. I mean, they start out trusting each other, but once Sentinel's intentions are revealed, they quickly cannot get along and become enemies. But of both sides of the argument, Optimus, I know for a fact, is in the right. Optimus just wants peace between the humans and the Autobots, whereas Sentinel just needlessly wants war and does not want to share the planet with them. It's the same dynamic between Optimus and Megatron in the first film brought to here, which, boy, am I glad to see it's back. Thank you, Michael Bay. Thank you, Paramount, for at least attempting to give us an interesting story. And the characters, while the movie still focuses far too much on the humans, I thought Michael Bay had learnt that by now, 3 movies in, but the Autobots here, at least most of them are not wasted, unlike in Revenge of the Fallen. Most of them did jack shit, but here at least they are given more weight, much more development, especially Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. Does this movie make up for how badly they treated him in the second film? Holy crap, yes it does. This guy is back with a freaking bang. Optimus Prime is a total badass in this movie. The most badass since the first film. Thankfully, he's in it really prominently. He gets way more screen time than Revenge of the Fallen. He probably gets the most screen time in this movie in all 5 movies, and Peter Cullen is still underappreciated as Optimus, and Leonard Nimoy, Spock himself, who voices Sentinel Prime, is tremendously good. Wow, I never knew Leonard Nimoy could give so much personality to a Transformer. And hell, I have to admit, it's a treat seeing Cybertron in the opening. That's one of my favourite openings in these movies, and the whole Apollo 11 backstory on the moon is pretty interesting. And did I mention that Dark of the Moon delivers an incredible final battle in Chicago in the 3rd act? This is quite possibly the greatest final battle in the Transformers series. It's on such a staggering scale. Michael Bay, he was just like, if you liked the action in the previous movies, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm going to deliver you something you've never seen before. Even though most of the action in this movie is saved till the climax. The highway chase is a blast to watch at, and of course the Chicago battle, it blew my mind. It blew me away when I first saw that in the cinema. Yeah, this is a battle that needs to be seen on the big screen. A common complaint with this battle is that it goes on and on. It literally lasts a full hour. The entire last hour of this movie is just battles, but I'm not complaining too much about that. Sure, they could have trimmed it down slightly, but if it's an hour of awesomeness and awesome Autobot action that we paid to see, then by all means, Michael Bay, go all out, show us what you've got. And the battles in this movie won't bore you nearly as much as the ones in Revenge of the Fallen. They're at least more inventive and spectacular, and actually have you on the edge of your seat, worrying about our characters and worrying about Earth. And the tentacles just wrapping around the building is an absolutely jaw-dropping spectacle. I sat there, my eyes fixed on the screen with my popcorn in my hand and jaw to the floor, just going, awesome! And this movie is extremely violent too. I mean, there are literally Autobot limbs ripped off in the battle, and there's one moment when Optimus actually just grabs his axe, buries his axe in Megatron's head and just rips his head off. I even appreciated how dark Michael Bay was willing to make this movie. This is the darkest and grittiest Transformers movie to date. When we see Autobots like Ironhide literally get killed off right before our eyes, it's pretty sad. I absolutely love the score for Dark of the Moon, as I love the score for the first movie. I found the Revenge of the Fallen score to be forgettable at best, but this is an improvement easily, and the final Linkin Park song is pretty damn good. Now guys, you must be wondering at this point, wow Harry, you seem to be showering this movie with praise. Surely there's something wrong with it. Which you are correct, there is. I said the movie was good, but not great. It is still very flaws. I mean, almost all of the problems I can find with this movie happen in the first hour and a half. The first half of this movie is the part you can skip pretty much. It's the same filler with the human characters and Sam getting a new job in Chicago. Even the cameo from John Malkovich can't save that part. So that is just pure padding. I didn't give a crap about it whatsoever. The first half of this movie feels like a completely different film, story-wise, and it just contains the annoying human characters and some of the gratingly annoying mini Autobots from Revenge of the Fallen that should not have been included in this movie. That's what we hated about Revenge of the Fallen, Michael Bay. Did you not learn? They have to include the military again, and some of the dialogue is abysmal. Like, why do the Decepticons always get the good shit? Really, Michael Bay? And the Patrick Dempsey villain subplots with him working with the Decepticons, it made no lick of sense, and to have a human antagonist in a Transformers movie, it's a bizarre choice. You don't need Patrick Dempsey as the villain, just to have the villains be Sentinel and Shockwave. Speaking of Shockwave, he's so disappointing in this movie. He's fucking wasted. He appears like twice. I repeat, twice. Even though they hyped him up on the posters to be this big bad villain, and Optimus just very quickly kills him in the final battle. That's it. That was way too rushed. As for my thoughts on Sam's new girlfriend and love interest Carly, who's the Megan Fox stand-in, because Megan fell out with Michael Bay after she called him a Hitler and blamed him for ruining her career. I don't blame her. He did ruin her career by putting her in that shitty Revenge of the Fallen, and he got her a Razzie. No wonder she's pissed off. As Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, I like her. She's good. But I don't love her. I mean, I slightly prefer Megan Fox because Megan Fox was his girlfriend from the first movie, from the beginning. And we don't even see him break up with Megan Fox. They just say she's left him through exposition. That's lazy writing. And instead of a character, Michael Bay still treats Rosie Huntington-Whiteley like a sex object. The first shot and glimpse we get of her is her thighs and her arse walking up the stairs. She must have felt so uncomfortable actually doing that. And the ending, my god, the ending's way too abrupt, but it cuts straight from the battle to Optimus's speech to the end credits. That's it. You're not going to give us closure. You're not going to show Sam and Carly get married, or how they cleaned up the city or anything. Something. Oh well, so Transformers Dark of the Moon is still a very flawed, run-at-the-mill average summer blockbuster, but it's at least a step up from its predecessor. It's at worst meh, but at best solid entertainment. So it's easily one of the better movies in the series for me. I'd probably rank it as my second favourite of the 5 films. It has a stronger story, a stronger action, stronger pace, and had they changed the first half of the movie entirely and just have the movie be about the Autobots and the Cybertron conflict and the battle, you'd have yourself a near-perfect Transformers movie. I give Dark of the Moon 3.5 stars out of 5. It's a popcorn movie and should have been the last Transformers movie. Oh, why, Michael Bay? Why did you have to make 4 and 5? Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Dark of the Moon? Please comment, let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. And please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And please follow on Twitter and on Google+. And I'll see you next time for my rant on Age of Dog Shits. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.